Ndunga, he's been building homes for 30 years and he's never owned one. It's time for him to retire. He comes to work decked in his Armani tuxedo. He have all his grandchildren and his neighbors with him, and he's in his office just dancing to the music, taking the pictures of the wall in a box, and the phone rings. And he picks the phone up and he said, Ndunga here. He said, Ndunga, this is your boss, Whitney. I need to see you in my office ASAP. So he hangs the phone. He goes to the boss lady's office. He said, boss lady, you want to see me? He said, yes. I have good news and I have bad news. Have a seat. So he sits. He said, what would you like first? He said, give me the bad news first. He said, the bad news is I can't let you retire today. He said, what you talking about, Willis? He said, the bad news, I can't let you go. He said, then what's the good news? He said, the good news is, I'm begging you, please, Ndunga, don't retire. The good news is, we received a call last night to build the most expensive house that this company has ever built. And since you're my best man, I need you to stay. And I don't want you to stay to build the whole house. I just want you to stay and lay the foundation. Why do you think they ask him to lay the foundation? It's the most important part of the house, right? So Ndunga look at boss lady Whitney and says, okay, Ndunga will build it. But Ndunga really didn't want to do it. He had lost the two most important things that we all need to have with us from now to the day we check out. Passion. Passion and enthusiasm. You should get up every morning, have so much enthusiasm about life. Passion about going back to school and getting things kind of moving on to the next level. But Ndunga had lost those two things. And he didn't tell Whitney this. So he said, okay, Ndunga will do this. And he turned around and he said, I'll fix you. And he went, and instead of just laying the foundation, he built the whole house. But he didn't take his time. He ran through it. He did such a lousy job because he had no passion and he wanted to fix that woman for letting him stay longer. He was 6 weeks ahead of schedule. And he comes back to Whitney and he said, boss lady, that house, you're going to love me. I did you a huge favor. He said, what is that? He said, instead of just the foundation, I built the whole house. I did you a big favor. I did the whole thing. He said, what? The whole house? He said, yes. He said, you mean I can call the client and tell him to come get his house? He said, yeah. He said, where can I see this house? He said, come with me. So as they walk towards the house, they can see the windows, the door, paint. From the outside, this house looks like it's built. Nice. He said, well, did you do the inside? He said, yeah, I did the inside too. He said, well, let's check the inside out. So they get to the entrance to open the door, and the door is locked. So he said, Ndunga, where's the keys to this house? He said, I have it right here. He said, keep it, because this house is the company's gift to you. Why? Why did you do all? He had built a lousy house for who? Ladies and gentlemen, DECA students, every day when we get up, all this week, all this conference, that's all everyone has been, all the speakers they came up, and all your friends that made you, all they're saying is what? You're building your own homes every day. When you get, you're building your own houses. And in your case, as high school students, you're laying the foundation to your life. This is the beginning of the foundation you're building. So ladies and gentlemen, go back. Look at your blueprint. Look at that dash. And see how this foundation is being laid. And if you have little holes, patch it up. Make that clean. Because this is the only house you're ever going to live in it. No one will live in that house but who? You. So as I leave you, and as you leave this wonderful conference to go back to your schools, to go back home, I want you to remember Ndunga and build yourself some strong houses. It's the only way you can dive in. Thank you.